Hello students, today we are going to start our first session of mathematics related to our chapter 1, that is integers. Before starting our integers, let me recapitulate with you what are natural numbers and what are whole numbers. As you all know that our natural numbers start from 1. For example, 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on are our natural numbers. Next, our whole numbers which start from 0 like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on are our whole numbers. Now let's continue with our integers. So including all the positive numbers, all the negative numbers and 0. The combination of these three are called integers. As you can see in the number line given here, that to the left of 0 there are negative numbers and to the right of 0 there are positive numbers. Let us now discuss about the additive inverse. What is additive inverse? If a number is negative, then its additive inverse will be a positive number. Like for example, if minus 5 is given to you, then its additive inverse will be plus 5. Only the sign changes here and the number will remain same. And if a positive number is given to you like plus 10, then its additive inverse will be minus 10. Let's proceed. How to solve the integers? Now if we consider like 8 plus minus 7 plus into minus, what do you mean by this? 8 plus into minus becomes minus. So 8 minus 7 and minus 4 will become plus 4. So the statement will become the 8 minus 7 plus 4 is equal to 12 minus 7, which is equal to 5. Similarly, you can see the second example, how to solve these integers. Now let's proceed with exercise 1.1. It is given in question number 3 that temperature on Monday is minus 5 degrees Celsius. Minus 5 degrees Celsius means it is below 0. Or you can, if you can consider on the number line, then you can see it will lie on the left side of 0. Now the next statement is the temperature on Tuesday is dropped. Dropped means, now drop means the negative and rose means positive. If the temperature is dropping, then it will become negative, and the temperature is rising, then it will become positive. Then the temperature dropped on Tuesday is equal to 2 degrees Celsius. Then temperature on Tuesday will become minus 5 minus 2. Because why it is minus 2? Because the temperature is dropping, so it will become minus 2. So minus 5 minus 2, if both are negative, then we have to add both the numbers and we will put minus sign. So minus 5 minus 2 will become minus 7. Now on Wednesday, if the temperature is rising, so by 4 degrees Celsius, so what will be the temperature on Wednesday? It will become now minus 7 degrees Celsius. Now if it is rising, then you have to add that temperature. So the temperature on Wednesday will become minus 7 degrees Celsius plus 4 degrees Celsius. One integer is negative and one is positive. If one is negative and one is positive, we will subtract the two numbers and the sign will be of greater number. So minus 7 plus 4 will become minus 3. Minus 3 degrees Celsius will become the temperature on Wednesday. Now let's consider question number 4 of exercise 1.1. Now let's see. If the distance of plane, if the plane is moving above sea level, so the height of plane it is given is 5000 meter above sea level. If it is above sea level, we have to consider it as positive integer, and if it is below sea level, we have to consider it as negative integers. So let's proceed now. If the height of the plane above sea level is 5000, so we will write it as plus 5000 meters. And if the distance of submarine below sea level is 1200, as it is below sea level, so we will consider it as a negative integer, so it will become minus 1200 meters. Now what is the total distance between the plane and the submarine? They are asking what is the total distance between the plane and the submarine. So the greater distance is 5000 meter. We will subtract 5000, we will subtract 1200 meters from 5000. So how do we write it? We will write it like 5000 meter minus 1200. Why minus 1200? Because it is below sea level. So the equation will become 5000 minus 1200. So it will become 5000 plus 1200. Minus into minus is plus. So it will become 5000 plus 1200, and the total distance between the two is 6200 meters. Let us now consider question number 6 of exercise 1.1. It is based on the direction. Let us now consider question number 6 of exercise 1.1. It is based on directions. If we consider east direction, it will be denoted as a positive integer, and if we will consider the west direction, it will be denoted as the negative integer. Now let's start. If the distance towards east is represented by a positive integer, then the distance traveled towards west is represented by a negative integer. Now let's consider if a person is moving from a position A to position B, means he or she is going towards east from A to B, then we will consider the distance as positive integer. If A to B distance is 20 kilometer, then we will consider it as plus 20 kilometer. Now the same person is moving from east to west. Then if the person is going from east to west, then we will consider the distance as a negative integer. And if the distance covered from east to west is 30 kilometers, we will write as minus 30 kilometer. If the initial position of the person was A, now we have to find the final position of the person. Now from A to B, he or she is covering plus 20 kilometer, and now from B again she is going towards west. We will consider it as minus 30 kilometer. What will be the final position? So we can write as plus 20 and minus 30. So plus 20 and minus 30 means one integer is again positive and one is again negative. If one integer is positive and one is negative, we have to subtract both, and we will put the sign of the greater number. So plus 20 and minus 30 will become minus 10. It means that the person from his initial position is towards west. Minus 10 means towards west. 10 kilometers towards west. Now let's consider question number 7. It is based on a magic square. What is magic square? Magic square is if there are 3 rows and 3 columns, we have to consider all the rows, all the columns and the 2 diagonals. What we have to do in this magic square, first of all we will take row number 1. In row number 1 there are 3 integers given, 5, minus 1 and minus 4. What we have to do, we have to add all these 3 integers and we have to find the answer of row 1. So like it is 0. Now consider row number 2. Similarly, we have to add all these three integers. Again, its answer is 0. Now let's come to row number 3. Similarly, we will add all these three integers. Again, its answer is 0. Similarly, we will proceed with this process. We will add the integers given in column 1, then column 2, then column 3. All are zeros. Then we will consider diagonal 1, diagonal 2. Now diagonal is what? We will consider the three integers in slant, like 5, minus 2 and minus 3. This is diagonal 1, and the second diagonal is minus 4, minus 2 and 0. We will add on these integers. First of all, we will take diagonal 1. Its answer will be 0. Now let's come to diagonal 2. Its answer is not equal to 0. Now you can see that all the answers of row 1, row 2, row 3, column 1, column 2, column 3 and diagonal 1 are zeros, but the answer of diagonal 2 is not equal to 0 as it is different from the others. So this square is not a magic square. If it is a magic square, then all answers should be equal to 0 only. If all the answers are same, then the square will become a magic square. Let us now consider question number 8. In this, we have to verify whether left hand side is equal to right hand side or not. As it is given to you that a minus minus b is equal to a plus b or not, and in the values of a and b are given. In the first part of 8th question, value of a is equal to 21 and b is equal to 18. Now let us consider the left hand side first. Left hand side is a minus minus b. Let us put the value of a and b here. As you can see that it will become 21 minus minus 18. Now minus minus will become plus. So 21 plus 18 is equal to 39. Now let's proceed with right hand side. Now right hand side is given to you is a plus b. Again put the values of a and b here. They are 21 plus 18. It will again become 39. As you can see that the answers of left hand side and right hand side are equal. So LHS is equal to RHS. It is verified. Similarly, you have to do the other parts of this question in your notebook. Now let's consider question number 9. Again, we have to see in this question that whether left hand side is greater or right hand side is greater, or whether they are equal to each other. Now let's start with the left hand side. As you can see in question number 9, first part, that minus 8 plus minus 4 is given. Again plus minus will become minus. The next statement will become minus 8 minus 4. Minus 8 minus 4. Now both the numbers are negative. So we have to add both the numbers and we have to put the negative sign. So minus 8 minus 4 become minus 12. Now come to right hand side. It is minus 8 minus minus 4. Now minus minus 4 will become plus 4. So next statement will become minus 8 plus 4. Minus 8 plus 4 means one integer is negative and one integer is positive. So we have to subtract the two numbers and we will put the sign of the greater number. So minus 8 plus 4 will become minus 4. Now as you can see that on the left hand side answer is minus 12 and on the right hand side answer is minus 4. Now let us consider the number line. As you know that on the left of the 0 in the number line lies negative numbers. So as we proceed towards the left side, after 0 will come minus 1. Then after minus 1 is minus 2. After minus 2 is minus 3. So as we keep on moving towards the left side of 0, the negative numbers, as the negative numbers are increasing, we will consider it as the lowest number. Like minus 1 is greater than minus 2, and minus 2 is greater than minus 3. Minus 3 is greater than minus 4. Similarly, you can see here minus 12 is not greater than minus 4, rather minus 4 is greater than minus 12. So like this you have to solve the other parts of the question number 9 in your notebook. Now this is the homework for you all, that these questions of exercise 1.1 you have to do in your fair notebook of mathematics. Now let's recapitulate what we have done today. We studied about natural numbers, we studied about whole numbers, we understood integers, what are integers and how we can apply them on a number line also. So we have studied about number line of integers and we have done some questions based on integers. Now the task for you is to complete this exercise 1.1 in your fair notebook.